Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my craft room. And if you're new here, my name is Jen and I'm really glad to meet you. So today's video is all about iron-on vinyl, otherwise known as HTV. And I'm going to be making two projects today. One is this cute little shirt and the other is a home decor pillow project. I'm also going to show you how to upload a design to Design Space, as well as using the templates in Design Space to size your projects correctly. So if you're ready to get started on some great projects, go ahead and hit that like button, come on in and cozy up, and let's get crafting. All right, so the materials that we're gonna need for our iron-on shirt project are, obviously you need the shirt, okay? I do recommend that if the shirt is for yourself, that you should wash and dry the shirt prior to putting the iron-on vinyl. This is just my preference. I know plenty of people that don't. They just go ahead and press the shirt and everything is fine. So I'm gonna leave that up to you, but I do prefer to have this washed, dried, and ready to go. The next things we're gonna need is we're gonna need our green standard grit mat. I have some white everyday vinyl. I have my brayer, and I do have some glitter. I wonder if you can see that. Really pretty sparkly glitter. This will be for the Shamrock. The white will be for the Lucky. I have my weeding tool and scissors. And I will be using my maker to cut this out today, and I will be just using the fine point blade. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into Design Space, take a look at the design, and then we'll get this cut out, and then we will get this pressed onto our shirt. All right, I've opened up Design Space, and I'm here on a blank canvas, and I'm going to show you first how to upload an image to Design Space from another place. And this is what we're going to be putting on our t-shirt. And I will also be showing you how to size them correctly. Okay, so I am actually going to go to Creative Fabrica, and I had bookmarked a design earlier in my downloads. I believe it's in here. Okay, so this here is the design that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and click on download, and this will be going to my downloads folder. Right now that I have it downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and click on the file folder, and I'm going to click on these two files right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click extract, and I'm just actually going to send this to my desktop. That'll be fine, and hit extract one more time, and now you can see this on my desktop. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into Design Space. I'm going to come over here to Upload at the very bottom of my left-hand menu. You can see that I have it in here from before, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how I uploaded that. So I'm going to click on Upload Image, then I will click on Browse, and then we will go back to our desktop, and then you can see that I have it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one and hit Open, and now our image is on the screen. At this point, I'm going to click on Continue, and I can just name it what I want, or I can leave whatever name comes open. I think I will go all the way down to St. Patrick's Day, plop it in that folder, and then I'm going to click on Upload. Right? Once I click on Upload, it actually pulls it right into my canvas for me, which is kind of fun. So that is good. It's there ready to go. Now on this one, I can see the sizing of it. I can grab the corner and I can move it up and down. But what I really would like to show you is how to use the templates. So I'm going to come over here to templates, and you can go ahead and click on t-shirt, and it would give you, let's see, we want an adult large, and then I'm going to get rid of that. Come over here. So here is an adult large, and we have, you can see that the design here, you can see where they have a pocket now. This is kind of a new template. I'll show you where the old templates are, but then I can resize this. So it looks like that. You can even make it a little bit bigger if you would prefer. Now my mat is the 12 by 12 mat, so I actually really can't go any bigger than this. But I'm going to go ahead and resize it down to those red lines, and this is a guide, so these will not go to the make screen when I click on make. The other thing that I want to do is I actually want to take this clover here, and I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to move it out of the attachment. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to change this to a white. I'm going to change the Lucky to white. Now, if you want to see what it looks like with this shirt being green, now this is a guide, so it's a little bit different. If I turn this off, another place you can go is, we're going to go to templates, and you can go down here to the bottom where it says legacy templates. You'll get a new screen, and I'll just scroll down until I see classic t-shirts. Click on classic t-shirts. They will come open. It'll let me know that they're only for reference. I can come to the classic t-shirts up to color here in this top bar, and I can click on green. So now my shirts are green. I don't like seeing all these little grid lines everywhere, so I'm going to come over here to this top corner. I'm just going to click once and turn those off. So now I can see that here is going to be the Lucky. It's still the same size as before. Then I will move the Shamrock in place. Now this Shamrock, I'm going to be using some glitter, and this will just be regular white, and that's why I want them separate from each other. And I actually think that looks really good. So I'm very pleased with that. Everything is great. Okay, so now that everything is the way I want, I'm actually going to hit my make screen. Okay, so one thing that needs to be addressed is the fact that I did not attach my letters. So right here you can see that all of the letters are just randomly placed on the mat. So I'm going to go cancel, and this does happen. That is usually something that I forget. So I'm going to click on the Lucky, and I actually want to come down to combine, and I want to hit weld. And what this is going to do is it's going to make that word Lucky all one image. So now when I go over to the make screen, okay, the word Lucky is absolutely the way I need it. Okay, so before I can actually connect to my maker and make a cut, I'm going to need to move the Shamrock to a different mat. And the reason why I need to do that is because this is going to be out of glitter and this is out of regular everyday iron-on. So I will select the Shamrock and click on the three dots. I'm going to click on Move Object, New, and I can just click white or really any color I want. I can click confirm and it'll put this on a new mat. So even though I'm going to use one mat, when I actually cut, I'm going to have the Lucky here at the top of the mat, and then I will be turning the mat around and I will have the Shamrock in the top corner, and that way I can use one mat and then just turn it around to do the second cut. As far as the Lucky is concerned, I'm going to click continue and let this connect to my maker. Okay, once this is connected to my maker, as far as the Lucky is concerned, I will be selecting Everyday Iron-On. It will automatically mirror if I have not already done so over here. I'm just going to use default pressure and my fine point blade is loaded. I will follow the prompts to load the mat in the machine, have it read the size of the mat, and then it'll click continue. And then finally for my third mat, will be the Shamrock. So this is going to be glitter iron-on, which I actually have bookmarked. Going to click on that. It will again mirror for me default pressure fine point blade. Now sometimes with glitter iron-on, I do tend to use more pressure, but if you're worried that that might cut too deep into your mat, go ahead and use default pressure. And then when it's done cutting, before you eject your mat from the machine, double check that it is indeed cut, that it's a nice deep cut around your Shamrock. If you need to have it do it again, just go ahead and click the play button one more time without removing the mat, and it will recut the Shamrock for you one more time. All right, now that we have all of this ready to go, let's go ahead and head back to the craft table and get these projects put together. All right, I've got my green standard grit mat here, and I am going to place my iron-on, white iron-on vinyl up here at the top, and I'm going to make sure that it is shiny side down. We want this matte side facing our direction. I'm just going to brayer that down really well. Now that I have the vinyl on this side, I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. And then I'm going to put this little glitter vinyl on this side, and I'm going to brayer that down really well. Okay, so this will be the glitter iron-on, and this will be the Lucky. I'm going to bring in my maker. All right, I have my fine point blade loaded. I'm going to go ahead and load my mat. I'm going to be connecting to my Cricut design space. Select everyday iron-on. I've already got everything loaded. I'm going to go ahead and click the double arrow. This will load my mat. All right, I'll go ahead and hit the play button, and I'll let this run. All right, I'm going to go ahead and unload my mat. Okay, pull that off. I'm going to just bend my mat away from the iron-on vinyl. I am going to be weeding out my designs. Now, something I just noticed, and this is actually pretty funny. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this right here is a design that I had made for Valentine's Day. It says XOXO and it has a heart in it. My little shamrock is over here. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and I will save this for another time. Okay, so this will be the shamrock. Very pretty, ready to go. This will be our word Lucky. I do love being able to make my own t-shirts, especially ones that are ones I can wear to family parties, or I can wear them to school, and it's just fun. I like the fun and festiveness of it. I'm going to open up my design space so I can kind of see what is where. I'm going to go ahead and get this weeded out, and then we will get this pressed on to our t-shirt. Right, so this is our design. It looks really good. This was super easy to weed. I'm very pleased with this. And then this is our little shamrock, and it's just going to go right down in here, okay, on the shirt. So it'll look like this on top of the green, and I think it's going to look really great. Okay, so I am going to get my heat press ready, and then I will take you over there. We will get this pressed on, and then this will be good to go. Okay, so now it's time for us to press the Lucky onto our shirt. So I've got the design here, and just so you know, the carrier sheet for the Lucky and the carrier sheet for the Shamrock, I've made sure that they are not overlapping on this C. That way I'm not adhering the C down to a carrier sheet. I've got my shirt here. My heat press is just about ready. I'm going to go ahead, like always, and I'm going to lint roll. Okay, I've already pre-pressed this shirt just to make it smooth and get out any extra wrinkles. I'm going to fold this over onto itself. I'm going to match up my shoulder seams, and then I'm going to press a center line down the front of the shirt. And this will be to help just line up my design. So I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to go ahead and just give this a press for about 5 to 10 seconds. All right, so my heat press is ready, and I'm going to take my design, and I'm going to line up these end edges here, and I'm just going to give the carrier sheet a press. And that way I can line up this line here in the middle of my carrier sheet with this center line that is on my t-shirt. And I do have t-shirt guides, but I tend not to use them. I just really kind of eyeball where I think it looks good to me. I think that's about right. Okay, so now that I have this down on my shirt, I am just going to place this in my heat press here. I'm going to make sure that the seams of my shirt are not in the way. And so this is about 315 degrees, and then we will press it for about 30 to 45 seconds. All right, this is pressed, and I'm going to turn it over on this counter to get this to cool pretty quickly. All right, so let's give this a look and see if we're going to need any additional heat. Just going to peel off this carrier sheet slowly. All right, this has laid down nicely. That is so fantastic. I do like to press the back of my shirts. So what I'm going to do now is just lay this back on my heat press. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time here on the back, probably about 10 seconds. All right, so there we go. That looks super great. Okay, let's go ahead and head back to the craft room, and we're going to start putting together the Shamrock pillowcase. For our pillowcase project today, we are going to need the following materials. So I have a sublimation pillow cover. I picked this up at Micheal's. You can really just have any pillow cover that you want. I just happen to have this one in my craft stash, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. It is 18 by 18. And I will not be making my design quite that big. I have my green standard grip mat. I have a weeding tool, scissors, my brayer, and then I have this beautiful gold foil iron-on material that we're going to use for the Shamrock design on our pillow. I do have instead of a pillow form, I'm actually going to be repurposing some fill that came in a pillow in our new couch. So our new couch has these 4 pillows. There's 2 that I love dearly and 2 that I don't really love so much. So I decided that I was going to take the filling out of the 2 that I don't like and create pillows that I do like. So I'm going to be using this for that purpose. That'll be a great way to repurpose something and not have to purchase a pillow form, but you can purchase those at craft stores and online. All right, let's go ahead and hop into Design Space and check out the design that we're going to do today. And then we will get our mat ready for cutting and get this all cut out and then pressed onto our pillowcase. Let's go ahead and get our design for the pillow. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab a square. Go ahead and bring that to my canvas. And I'm going to come up here to size, and I'm going to change that to 18 inches square because my pillow is 18 inches. And I am going to go ahead and change the color, make that white because it's kind of an off-white color. Okay, now this right here, this little warning is just that this is too big for my maker to cut. And that's okay because I'm not going to be cutting this out. I'm really just using this for aesthetic purposes. I'm going to come over here to Images, and then I'm going to go to Bookmarked because I did find one earlier, and this is the Shamrock that I want to use. So I will go ahead and click on the little plus sign, and then we will bring that down. I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to make this as big as possible. Let's size it down to like 11.46. Now, another thing I need to do with this particular image is I want to not have the bottom layer. Don't need that cut out. I just want all of this. So then the next thing I want to do is click on that Shamrock, go up to the colors, and let's go find like a goldish color. Okay, so something like that. And if you wanted to, you could even stretch it down a little bit. You could make it a little bit longer just to kind of fill the space. All right, and I think that's great. I'm going to click on the square, and then I'm going to come over here and hide the square because I don't need that. Okay, so now that everything is the way I want, I'm actually going to hit my make screen. My second mat will have the foil iron on, so this is ready to go. I will browse all materials, and then I will type in the word foil. I will go to find foil iron on right here, select foil iron on, and then again, it'll mirror automatically, default pressure, fine point blade, and I will follow the prompts as far as loading the mat and hitting go. All right, let's go ahead and get this onto our mat. So I'll just pull off the cover sheet, and then this is the foil iron on. So I'm going to place that with the foil side down, and you'll see the white backer here. Place that up here in the corner and get this laid out. Okay. And I'm pretty much using this entire piece of foil iron on. Okay, now that I got that on, I'm going to go ahead and brayer this down onto my mat to make sure that it is well adhered and to try and remove any air bubbles if there are any under there. The corner here is wanting to lift up a little, so I'm going to take some of my mint tape and I'm just going to tack down the corners. Now I'm going to bring in my maker here, roll that out, open this up, and I'm just using the fine point blade. Okay, I've already got everything ready to go. I've already selected my foil iron on. I already have everything set and ready. I'm going to go ahead and click the flashing button here. It's going to pull in and register my mat, and then it'll ask me to hit play, and we will just let this run. Okay, my mat is done. I'm going to go ahead and unload that, and I'm going to move this back out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and take all of this off. All right, now I'm going to bend my mat away from my foil. I don't know if you're able to see, but just, I mean, I haven't even weeded it, but look at that design. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this weeded out, and then we will get this pressed onto our pillowcase. All right, so this is all weeded out, and I did start to lift this little piece right here. I was able to get it to lay back down. I think it'll be fine once it's pressed. I think I got really lucky that I didn't go very far. But isn't this gorgeous? This is absolutely gorgeous. I really like this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my lint roller, and I'm going to take you to the other room where my heat press is. And we're going to get this pressed onto the pillowcase, and then we will get it filled. Okay, so here we are in my room where the heat press is. We are going to go ahead and get this pillowcase pressed. Now my heat press is just about warm, and while it's finishing up, I'm going to lint roll this. Now I'm going to place this where the zipper is going to be at the bottom. So I'm going to want the pillow to sit upright and the zipper to be at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead, get this lint rolled out, and then I'm going to do a pre-pressing, and that will not only take care of some of these little fold lines, but it'll also remove any moisture that is in the material. Okay, so I have this pre-pressed, ready to go. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to kind of know where the middle is. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to fold it in half again. And I'm going to do literally a 5-second quick press just to kind of get a crease in the middle. Okay, so just to get a crease in the middle so that I know where the middle of the design needs to go. All right, so you can see that I've got this middle cross here. This is where I'm going to put the design. I'm going to go ahead and lint roll this one more time. And then I'm going to take my design and I am going to basically, I'm going to fold it in half and do a light press so that I can get a crosshairs in the middle. Nothing too crazy, but now I have a crosshair in the middle here, and I'm going to place the folds on top of the other folds of the fabric. Okay, so I think that that is going to look great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and press this here on the heat press. I'm going to be doing 375 for about 45-60 seconds. And I'm probably going to have to do this in 2 sections. I'm also going to be careful to let the seams of the pillowcase hang over the edge of the press. All right, now that this is done, I'm gonna let it just lay here on this little counter, and we're gonna let this cool off, and this is gonna be a cool peel. All right, this is cool. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pull this up very carefully, very slowly. All right, this looks really good. I have that one little spot, but that will be okay. I don't think anybody will really notice. Okay, let's head back to the craft room and take a look. So here is the pressed design, and it almost has like a little shimmery effect to it. Really nice. And this is so smooth. I would almost think that this was sublimated if I didn't know that I had done this with iron-on. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill this pillow and let you see the final result. Okay, so here is the final result. This pillow came out great. The zipper down here is on the bottom, so it'll be not visible when it is sitting up on my sofa. It's very shiny, very pretty. It does have like this little sparkly effect. I really like it. And the polyfill did a great job. I think a pillow form would actually probably look a little smoother underneath this pillowcase. This pillowcase is a thin pillowcase, but it doesn't look bad. So I'm actually quite pleased the way it came out. It is nice and full. I could probably even take some of the fill back out, but I will just let that be for right now. I hope that you found this tutorial on how to create a pillowcase was informative and helpful to you. And don't forget to like the video, share it with your crafty friends. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. I do try to upload videos about once a week, so I'm very excited to have you here with me for future projects. So until I see you in the next card or craft, as always, have an amazing day and happy crafting.
Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm so glad that you can join me at my craft table. If you're not already, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when new videos arrive. Have a great day, and as always, happy crafting.